We would have had to reset it and turn it off anyways. Oh my lord, brother. Yo guys, what is up? Max here, Diablo 4 video, and today we're talking about the best experience per hour that you can find in Diablo 4. Now, there are a lot of dungeons in Diablo 4. There are a lot of information out there about which dungeons are best, and I've been misled here and there, and I wanted to go out and test them for myself. So in this video, we're going to be going over the top 3 best dungeon farms by experience per hour. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hopefully by the end of it, you'll know which one is most efficient for your character, because there are some really good XP farms, but they can be a little bit more difficult. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. Real quick, before we get into the best experience farm, one of the most asked questions I see is how do you reset a dungeon as a solo player? Because all of these methods were tested solo. The best way to reset a dungeon as a solo player that I've found is to leave the dungeon. If you save and quit while you're in the dungeon, it'll bring you back into town. But if you leave the dungeon and then you save and quit, it'll bring you back. The dungeon will be reset, and you can go back in. You can like go to town and just like wait if you want, because dungeons do reset every 60 seconds. But the technical fastest way is leaving the dungeon and then leaving the game, as that will spawn you right back at where you originally exited the dungeon, and then you can go right back in. Coming in at our number 3 spot is the Iron Hold dungeon. Now, Iron Hold is currently double bug spawning elites, very similar to how Moggen's Works was, which was randomly spawning this like massive mob of elites. That is currently happening in Iron's Hold. It can also happen twice, so you have a chance to get double bugged elite pack spawns, which gave a ton of experience. It's not super consistent for this to happen. When I was running this and I was getting double elite spawns, I was averaging around 9.4 million experience an hour, and when I was getting it without, it was around 5.4 million experience an hour, and the average experience on a run was around 313k per run. The issue with this dungeon is it's a ton of experience when you get to those elites, but you actually have to go and kill an elite before and then get the key and then do a little thing and then go explore. It's not nearly as efficient as, for example, Moggen's Works was before, because you could literally just run to that bugged elite spawn really easily. The Iron Hold dungeon can be found in Howitzer. It is to the right of the ruins of Rackhat Keep Inner Court, just right here. And there's the zoomed out view, pretty much directly in the middle of the map to the right of these ruins. Coming in at our number 2 spot is Anika's Claim. Now, this dungeon does give slightly less experience than Iron Hold if Iron Hold gets double bugged elite spawns. However, we went for consistency with this list, and on average, when you're running Anika's Claim, you're going to get more experience than Iron Hold. Now, when I was running Anika's Claim, I was averaging about 7.8 million experience per hour, 434k per run. Now, the reason this run is so nice is because it is basically you run in a circle and then run in another circle. There is no doubling back. The elites are spaced out. I think it's pretty good for just about any build you want to run, whether you're ranged or melee. And I was genuinely surprised by the amount of experience this dungeon gives. Now, if you want to find Anika's Claim, if you go to the main town, Kiovashad, it's basically right to the directly to the right of it, just underneath the Bear Tribe Refuge in Fractured Peaks. Coming in at our number 1 spot is Champion's Demise, to no one's surprise. This dungeon is absolutely packed with enemies. I was averaging, when I was running this, around 10 million, even more experience, and I was doing it solo. This is a large area to cover, packed with enemies. It was taking me about 5 minutes per run, which when you're in a group, you can clear even more efficiently. So not only is this the best experience farm for a solo player, but it is also the best experience farm for a group because of how many enemies there are and how much area you need to cover. Now, if you're solo, this can be a bit harder. If your character isn't feeling built up, I would definitely go to Anika's, as it's a little bit easier. But in terms of just sheer experience per hour, there is no beating Champion's Demise right now. I don't know if they're going to change that. But overall, if you're looking to not only level your character up, but also if you're willing to like level alternative characters, you can basically bring a fresh character here into someone else's game and get up to level 50 in just an hour. I leveled one of my alts in an hour to level 50. It's a crazy experience farm. Champion's Demise is located in Kyrgyzstan. If you go to the Gerandi checkpoint, which is basically directly to the right of the N in Kyrgyzstan and just slightly up, you can find Champion's Demise. That is going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new. Obviously, there is ways to level up very, very efficiently. It can get boring. It can get a little tiresome and repetitive. So if you're into that and like that repetitive grind, definitely go for these efficient farms. However, there's so much to explore in this game, and there's no rush to make it to level 100. So take your time, enjoy the game, but if you want to go as efficiently as possible, these were the best farms. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch y'all in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace.